San Diego Comic Con is going on right now, right?
Yeah,
That's why we're getting all this stuff.
yeah.
And
That's,
yeah, and it's the first one since COVID went down that people can actually go to, type of
that's
deal.
nuts. It's been that long with COVID. Damn.
Yeah, I think it was,
It's like
or
one long day, bro.
yeah, I think that was the case. I don't know if they
Jesus.
got rid of it before or what, but yeah, it's been a while, and I don't know about you, but where I'm at, South Carolina, uh, we got mask mandates back up where I work. Um,
Really? Yeah,
yeah,
we don't have such mandates. Not yet.
that's because you don't work for the government.
I don't work for the government.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Listen, it's for everybody's protection. Put the
right,
mask on. Listen, that one thing I do believe in with COVID, I think there's a lot of nonsense happening with COVID. But one of the solid pieces of evidence I think we do have is that fucking mask work, man. I'll be honest. I think that's like the one thing we can walk away with here, and then we should all probably take with us. If even if you're just sick, man, just put a mask on, man. Be courteous.
right. Yeah, well, I live in the South, and many people that that
Yeah.
don't, that don't
Well,
fly.
my friend, I do too, and you are 1,000% correct, Mundo. Other people don't feel that way, um,
Yeah,
quote unquote.
yeah. When it was like heavy going on, I forgot where I was, but it's required. It was I was at the mall in some store, and and you walk in. If you don't have one, the people at the register, because you got to walk by them to go into the store.
Yeah, they're gonna
Like,
say
hey,
something to you.
sir, could you please put on the mask? And this dude was like, I'll put it on, but I'm taking it right back off. I'm like, geez. And he starts talking about Democrats and all this. I'm like,
Oh,
dang.
Jesus.
She's like, look, sir, I gotta say, you're not gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble. I like,
Well,
man, let me get
the
my book
thing
and get out
about
of
it,
here.
culturally, what started to happen was those employers actually started to put employees in danger because it became a semi-dangerous proposition to do that to people because people are unhinged, especially in the South. People get offended, so a lot of places gave up because it's my wife she used to work in a similar situation, and just asking somebody to put a mask on, people would go nuts.
Yeah, yeah. People, I don't know, people are people, man. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say they're more or less sensitive or easily offended than before, but
No, people always been nuts. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So, but I mean, it's whatever. It's yeah, it's whatever. So Comic Con, Lockout release, at least on the Marvel side. I think DC did some stuff, but I mean,
That was a rumor. Henry Cavill was supposed to be there to announce he was going to be back for Superman, and oh, that was just a rumor.
yeah, The Rock is pushing for him. Whenever people ask him about, oh, you're in the universe now and Superman, he's like, look, Henry's my guy, so about
Yeah, but
about we get that going. But
DC, they just don't believe in getting out of their own way. Like they don't. It's like they're trying to. Marvel's trying to advance comic book movies, and DC's trying to kill it at the same time. It's weird.
I think DC's in the middle of a transition. We spoke about this many times before.
Yeah,
The DCEU or whatever they call it is kind of a flop. It's not the greatest. It's not terrible. It's gotten better.
it hasn't been terrible.
Right.
Terrible is a strong word. Yeah.
Right. Cause like the shows with Peacemaker, I think it expanded on it. I think that helped out a lot. Just to show that there's other stuff going on. They're not acting like everything's brand new.
Yes. Yes.
Where Marvel kind of, at least they started out like that with Iron Man and the Hulk. It's like nothing else has been going on, and then when Ant-Man came out, it's like, oh no, there's other things been going on, stuff like that. But Peacemaker just made it. Yeah, there's fourth dimensional beings. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. This is normal. But the movies, I still think Joker was great. The new Batman was real good. I don't know how Black
So
Adam's going to
what?
turn
So
out.
Joker. So Joker was a part of that universe. I thought that was like a separate.
Yeah,
deal.
that's what I'm saying. It's separate. Like
Okay.
the Batman, I'm pretty sure the Batman, Joker, they're both separate, and I think that's what
Yeah.
they need to stick with. I don't know how Black Adam's going to turn out, but
Yeah, just
you know,
lease your characters out to studios that know how to do this. Just do that. Right? You can still make a lot of money, right? You own the rights to Joker and Batman, all sorts of stuff, right? So, just do it that way.
right? Yeah, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I don't know what DC brought to the table, but Marvel released a lot. Kevin Feige went up there, talked about Phase 5
Fucking
and Phase 6.
fucking Kevin Feige.
As Phase 4 comes to a close. I think Phase 4 ends with Black Panther 2. I think that's the last
But
phase,
I believe so.
which seems kind of quick.
It phased, and luckily so, because it hasn't been great.
Yeah, it
Can I say
hasn't.
that? Can I
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
Am I allowed to say that? Okay.
Disney overlords aren't listening yet.
Not yet. Well, on your phone, you'll get that word soon. All right.
Oh, my phone is not in the room, sir.
Oh, okay.
That thing
Thank
is
God.
gone.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but yeah, Phase 4. It seemed like it's only been this year, Phase 4, right?
It does, but I believe it started in 2021. So
Yeah,
yeah,
anything after Endgame, I guess, is
anything
Phase.
after Endgame is Phase 4.
But I don't even remember what happened after
Well,
Endgame.
Marvel TV, Disney Plus.
Right. I
That's
mean,
what kind of
COVID
sparked this thing off.
happened and it moved a lot
Yeah,
of stuff around, and then it jam packed a lot into this year and last year. That's
that
why,
they did.
yeah. And I mean, it's only July. That's why I'm saying it only feels like it's been like a year and a half, maybe for Phase 4. Bunch of shows, lackluster shows that there's no big connection. Everything used to connect, and that's what I'm used to now. So Disney and
Yeah,
Marvel, that's your fault. Um, when Iron Man and Hulk came out, it was pointing to the Avengers. When the Avengers came out, it was pointing to Thanos. It took like 10 years to get to Thanos, but we got there and it was fantastic. And now it's just like, hey, here's some random stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm not really feeling that random stuff. But
yeah. Randall stuff is
yeah, it looks like Kang is gonna be or some version of Kang. I was talking to a buddy at work today, and like in the Loki show, they point out that it's not just Kang. Kang is just one, like
Kang
a
is just one
variant.
variant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so Quantum Alien, we may meet one version, and then in Avengers Kang Dynasty, it could be a different version. Who knows? And Loki 2 is in Phase 5, so who knows what's all gonna go down there. But it's looking like they're pushing hard for Kang to be the big bad, which is interesting because he in the comic books he's a descendant of Reed Richards from the fan.
Reed Richards. Yeah,
So I
yeah.
want to. I hope they tie that in somehow. Um, you know what? So that terrible Fantastic Four movie that came out.
Which
Hey,
one? Which
um,
one?
um, the first two weren't that bad. Well, the the Fox ones. I'm not talking about the one from the 80s.
So
The
you're
one that
talking about the one with Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm or whatever?
yeah, that one was
Yeah.
that one was terrible. But I mean, hey, I forget where I was going. But yeah, um Kang the Conqueror, see how that goes, see how they tie it all together. The actor's a great actor. He's starting to be in a lot of things now. I think he's gonna be in Creed 3.
He's really good. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um I haven't seen Lovecraft, the show, or whatever it's called.
Uh, hey, go ahead and watch it and get back to me. Okay.
Nah, look, I can't get past that dude cat name, so it's gonna be
Hey,
hard for
man,
me to
the dude's who?
HP Lovecraft cat name.
Oh, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
boy, that cat's
Yeah.
name.
So
Oh
it's
boy, Google that. Uh,
so I don't know. It's on HBO, right? HBO Max.
it be on HBO Max. Hey, man, listen. When
Yeah.
you watch it, I want you to get back to me. Okay.
Mm.
Go ahead. Just when you just say if you watch it, just go ahead and hit me up as soon as you watch it. All right.
I'll put it on the list. I just finished up a show today. Actually, I gotta
Oh, okay.
find something else. It was a one of them 8 episode shows. Um, Speaking of short shows, you watch Rick and Morty?
Of course. Come on. Yes.
So
Yes.
Adult Swim. So you remember the Vindicators 3 episode
Yes. 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 God
where
damn, Noob Noob.
yeah, yeah, and Noop, yeah. So
Yeah.
in there they referenced that I believe Rick and Morty were there for Vindicators 1, but they weren't there for Vindicators 2. So Adult Swim has put out, I think, 10 episodes, 10 like 2 to 3 minute long episodes on their YouTube channel, which is Vindicators 2. And it explains everything that happens.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah,
on
they just
YouTube.
yeah, they just put it out one day. I don't have cable, so I
Because
don't
I've
know if
always wondered what happened with Vindicators. I'm like, what the hell? When the Vindicators 3? When the hell did we do the first two?
yeah. So they don't go over one, but the 10, I think I'm pretty sure it's 10 episodes. It's all that is Vindicators 2. And
Okay.
it's probably more dark than it is funny. I was
Okay.
like,
Okay.
yeah, because it started like, oh, okay, yeah, I get these references, and then it's just a lot of upsetting, dark episodes. I'm like, geez, the Noop Noop one was pretty funny, but yeah, it's pretty wild. I definitely recommend it. I've been telling people about it because that's what Adult
So
Swim
wait a minute.
does.
So this is a whole series.
Um, yeah, I guess it's a series. It's 10 episodes. Like I said, it's only like 2 to 3 minute long episodes. It's not long.
Oh man, yeah, I'm definitely going, and I can watch this on YouTube.
Yeah. Um,
That's happening. That's
but
happening.
from my experience, that's just what Adult Swim does. They just release stuff and it just goes by word of mouth. But like I was saying, I don't have cable, so I don't know if they've actually advertised for it.
Okay.
And we haven't talked about it over Facebook Messenger, so I haven't gotten any advertisements for it. But yeah, it just popped up on my YouTube feed one day. I was like, oh, episode 1, and then I saw that they released all 10 at once. So definitely recommend that. It's interesting. But what are we talking about? Oh, Marvel Phase 5. I'm looking at it now. So it looks like it ends with Black Panther 2, and then next year starts up with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and then it ends
Quantum.
and then it ends in 2024 with Captain America New World Order.
That one does intrigue me. It feels like phase 5. It feels like phase 5 is going to get us back on track for a lot of the stuff that the end of phase 4 going into phase 5 is kind of what's. I'm gonna chop up this current phase 4 to COVID.
Right.
So it feels like phase 4 going into phase 5. What gets me back on the Marvel train, and what gets to just kind of the train back on track as far as telling these multiversal stories.
Right. And I think that's what he named it. Phase 5 and phase 6 is the
Yeah.
multiverse phases or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which all seems interesting. It's just it looks like there's what's this 1, 2, 3, 4 movies coming out, 5 movies coming out for phase 5.
So now how are they? Because look, that's one thing. Another thing that COVID's kind of unveiled is the film industry. The money is not endless, right? I know it can feel that way, but it's not.
What do you mean?
So money is a factor when we
Oh,
talk about
right.
these productions. And so how are they going to fill in the Disney? Because in my opinion, something has to sacrifice, and in my opinion, the movies really suffered with the Disney Plus arrangement. And I
Right.
feel like if your movies are going to get back on track, your shows probably have to sacrifice a bit, and I'm okay with that personally.
Right. Yeah. I think the first 4 shows started out great, and then it kind of just I don't know.
And
So the first 4
it kind of
shows,
lost its way.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they all dealt with stuff we already knew.
It was I think they got lost in the whole blip of it all. Like the post blip stuff kind of was they wanted to explore that stuff,
Right.
and I do understand that, but it didn't really have the impact that I think they thought it'd have. So it just kind of ended up being like, well, did anybody really care? Because I found myself not caring, you know.
Right. Yeah, so I think that's what the Secret Invasion is. I'm pretty sure that takes place during the blip. And I'm guessing it's going off what I know. It'll have to do with what's the scrolls, shape shifting and all that. Probably, you know, pretending to being people that blipped away and I don't know, taking over position of powers or moving stuff around. Um, because they got 5 years to work with. I don't know how, because that's a Disney Plus show. I don't know how long that's gonna, if they're gonna cover the 5 years or what, who they're gonna introduce, because it can't just be, Samuel L. Jackson being played by an alien. It has to be, they've got to introduce somebody, or something. Um, I don't know. They might show up how the Flag Smashers got started. I think it's a good opportunity to bring in Doom, in some way. Either establish that he's already been around, or
Yeah,
he
yeah.
took the opportunity of, hey, these people need a place to stay. Come follow me, and I'll lead you down the path of righteousness or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea what they're gonna do with that. I haven't looked into it. Marvel with Marvel, I try not to look into it anymore. I just want to
Yeah,
let it happen. So
I'm kind of that way too, man. Like people, and well, you know what? And this brings up another question, and I'll bring it up to you. Is the internet sort of ruining movie watching? Like, is people's sensational need to know any and all things, or like about the universe and what's going to be coming? Because for me, I find it takes away because I don't want to know. I don't care. I just want to be entertained. I don't need to know every deep dive nugget, you know.
right. So I won't say the internet is ruining it, because that's all up to you if you looking for it or whatever. There, you could take steps to avoid it. But it being there, yeah, I think it could ruin the experience. For me, it did. It did on a few occasions, like with
Yeah.
um Endgame. That I would. It was just in the middle of something on Twitter I was reading that had nothing to do with Marvel. They slid in there that Tony Stark dies at the end. I was like, oh well, that's messed up.
Okay. Thank you.
Um, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, that's, and if you
Like,
haven't
and
seen it
people,
or
like
whatever.
people, like well, I'm deep on Twitter, so people when that movie was coming down the pipe, everybody was asking who's gonna die, who's gonna die, who's gonna die. I'm like, dude,
Right.
wouldn't it just be interesting to just see? Right? Like, do we have to guess? And they go real deep, man. They go and pull like some of the film footage of the people filming the scenes and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it looks like Tony's on the floor dead. I'm like, yo, stop. Hey, I don't need that. Like, come on, like let's just enjoy this.
Listen,
And
this is what I say. Stop reading. Don't look.
I know, but look, man, I enjoy Twitter, so
Right.
I learned to like mute like Marvel stuff when it starts to come out. When Marvel projects are coming, I've learned to just go in ahead of time and start muting words and posting stuff because I don't see it.
Right. So this is my take on the internet and social media, in general. I guess it's not really. I don't think it's just expanding on something that's already there. I don't think it's creating anything new. It's just like how me and you talk about what we think is going to happen. It's just people put on the internet, and then more people get involved, and it
Yeah,
just, you
that's exactly
know,
what. And then you get some real weirdos and freaks that really start to go and dig heavy. And it's like, hey man, I ain't need that much. Like,
right.
yo, I just like speculating. Listen, the Mephisto game was fun. All right, it was very fun. I had no evidence,
Hey
but it was fun.
man, I don't think he's showing. He might show up. And you know what? No. Yeah. You know what? Fine. You know whatever. I ain't go. Yeah. Mephisto. He may show up in Agatha.
Yeah.
Um.
Yes, 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 yes.
Or so him and Doctor Doom have a connection as well.
Do they?
Uh. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Mephisto has Doctor Doom's mom, and that's like his whole reason to get into magic. Is it like, hey, the technology can't get her back. I can use magic to get her back. And then he just gets real good at it to the point that he actually like continuously battles Doctor Strange for Sorcerer Supreme. He's like number 2 in most of the comics that I read.
Okay.
So like, so yeah, Mephisto may play a role in that, but it would just be weird to just bring up Mephisto like, oh yeah, I'm Doctor Doom. Mephisto has my mom. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah,
So I don't know if we'll ever see that, but as they introduce one thing, okay, so one thing Phase 4 is introduced is the different realms. It's been multiverses and realms. So we got just different universes. Oh, we could pull in from different Spider-Mans and stuff like that. Okay, but we also see different realms, like in what's the show? Moon Knight. When you
yes.
die, this is where you go.
Yeah, yep.
And they even said this is connected with what the people from Black Panther believe. It's just this is how you see it, and they see it this way. So this realm is connected, the afterlife. And then I forget what else. I think they touch up on realms and Miss Marvel. Um, is it Miss Marvel? Yeah, Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
So they've been introducing realms as oh yeah, and I don't know if you've seen Thor 4 or if you're going to see it. Valhalla. They showed us Valhalla, which is an afterlife realm. So they're showing
That's
these different
like
realms.
Norwegian Afterlife. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like okay, it's not just here's Earth and different galaxies and whatnot. It's like no, when you die and whatever, you go to different places, and it's kind of all connected type of thing. So they've been
Yeah.
introducing that and the multiverse. So I guess that's what Phase 4 was for, to establish. And like the TVA, it's like, oh, we sit outside of time, space and time. So they got all these different things that's connected. I guess that's what Phase 4 was for. It was just kind of thrown out there.
Yeah, just let's kind of get some stuff out there. Let's stay in the culture. Let's not look. I definitely understand in this new internet era where we demand content at all times. I get why you don't want to get lost. I just would like a little bit more thoughtfulness and when you're gonna do it, because you'll end up you'll end up ruining your brand. So don't just they got a pristine. Kevin Feige has a tremendous reputation. Hey man, no need to put that thing at risk just by throwing content out there because you don't want to get lost in the stuff.
Right.
But I say that, but then again, I was looking at a Twitter a graphic today showing Westworld's ratings, and they have just gone down, 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 down. And
Really?
that's probably because of those long layoffs in between seasons and then the
Oh yeah.
COVID stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
See,
I
yeah,
get
I
it.
mean, yeah, I can get that. So for me, I never understood, I guess, the like mid season finale type of
Oh, the
thing, where they
mid-season break.
take like,
Yeah.
yeah, 2 or 3 months off. I never understood that. That can take me off a show, but I'm just different. I guess because
No, listen, so you said it with Attack on Titan, right? A, you're
yeah.
just not a big fan of the show, and B, like the weights. So that's what happened to me. I watched season 2 of Attack on Titan, and then season 3, which is in my opinion the best season, it came back, and I simply didn't care because it had been so long. I'm like, well, I
Right.
don't give a fuck, And my wife kept trying to tell me to watch it, and my boy kept trying to tell me to watch it. Like, oh man, it's so great, so great. I'm like, I don't care no more, man. You fucking took forever you
Right.
know so that's a part of it. So I get why Marvel and Kevin Feige and them, they don't want to be gone for too long. They want to stay on your mind. I just think you got to execute a little bit better if you want to do it that way, though.
Right. But I mean, it's not like that was ever an issue. You know,
No,
it used
no,
to
it never
be,
was.
hey, you
Yeah,
get, I think it was what? I think the staple was you get 3 Marvel movies a year. And then, the wait was usually always worth it. Now it's like 4 movies
yes,
a year and 3 shows. I'm
yeah,
like, I'm
yeah.
like, God dang, that's a lot.
Maybe it's a bit too much. Yeah, maybe it's a bit too much.
Yeah, and some of it's back to back.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know when that group show comes out.
yeah. I don't care
But
about
but it's like it's what, July now. November's not that far off. I'm perfectly fine with just waiting till November to watch Black Panther 2. But listen, they clearly know what they're doing. They're raking in the money. If at some point they feel, I feel confident enough that if Marvel or Disney feels like we're our content is taking a hit, that they can slow it down if need be. It's just I think they were honestly trying to catch up with what happened with COVID and all the stuff that got pushed back.
Definitely, it was just, hey man, we got to catch up.
Right. So, all right. So I'm looking at this. It's Ant-Man 3. It's Secret Invasion. This is just for 2023. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. The Echo Show, which is, whatever. Loki 2. The Marvels. And Blade and maybe Ironheart for next year. That's 8 projects.
8, yeah.
And I don't know if you saw, but they showed I don't know her real name or comic book name, but the girl who's going to be playing Ironheart in the Black Panther 2 trailer. There's a little glimpse of her hammering out a heart shape, whatever, out of whatever she's building, type of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she'll be Wakandan, if she's an American girl that's visiting Wakanda on some kind of school thing or whatever, learning.
I feels like that's the one. I think you just hit it.
Yeah.
It feels like it's something like that. It's part of that Wakanda outreach,
right?
And like a talent that they found, Yeah.
Right, which is something I don't know. I feel a little weird about in media and real life. It's like, oh, we're gonna go to wherever and get these special kids out of these less than great situations. Like, well, what about the other kids? Like,
and fuck them other kids. I know it is a bad thing. I know.
It's like, hold on a second. Like, can't you just look? Was it the end of Black Panther where he showed up and
to the neighborhood in the basketball court?
Yeah, just showed up to the projects and was like, look, I got a spaceship. Like, okay, cool, but what are you gonna do for me and my family?
Hey, we do have to be careful about the messaging we send. Okay, the special kids. Okay, well, by definition, there are not that many of them. So maybe we should inverse it a little bit, because by definition, there aren't many what we call special people, or whatever you call special, right? Like most people are just regular. Most people are just regular. So we just say screw them, huh? I guess so.
That's what I've always seen. Well, not always, but as I grow older, it's like, well, hold on, what about everybody else? Like, do you expect them? Oh, I'll pluck this kid out of a bad situation, give him a good opportunity, and then hopefully they give back at some point. Like, I don't really understand.
I'm investing in this one special individual because you're not going to make a return on my investment. You regular person, get out of here, you pleb. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because look, Disney cannot paint Wakanda as the perfect society. They just can't. Like, they do everything right. You can't do that for anybody.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna play out, but looking forward to Namor, Ironheart, how they handle Chadwick's passing and all that. Angela Bassett seems real upset. She's losing everybody. Thor's part like, oh yeah, that must be nice. You lost a few people.
I lost everybody.
I lost my brother like 3 times. My mom, my dad, the sister I didn't know I had. Half my country and then half my country again. It's like, it's kind of what we do. And in Thor 4, we saw he loses someone else. That's just kind of what he does, I guess.
He just be out here. People just be out here dying on Thor. Yeah,
right. Which I like, I guess, because I just wish it didn't all happen in the time period that we see. Like, he, as old as he is, to just suddenly lose everybody in the same time frame.
Yeah, that's
I wish they would have spread it out over years or whatever. Like, naturally, like, especially with his interaction with humans. It's like, that's what his dad was pointing out in Thor 2, I think, was, look, man, you're gonna fall in love with this chick, and they live to like 80, and you're like 1,500 years old already. Like, it's not gonna work out. And in Thor 4, they basically explain that's kind of why him and her broke up, was because he starts like seriously thinking about it, like, look, it's not gonna last long.
It's not gonna last because I live forever and you die.
Right. I mean, they don't put that out, but they explained that they both, him and her, start thinking about it. It's like, is this actually gonna work? Because, you know, I'm a human and you're a Norse, whatever. But I would say go see the movie, but you can I can
I mean, I'll get
cliff
around to
note it.
it. Yeah, I'll get around to it.
Yeah,
Listen, I mean, Doctor Strange, I didn't watch it Disney Plus, and I didn't care.
right.
Look, that shit was being spoiled left and right. It didn't phase me one bit.
Right. Listen, that 15, 20 minutes of Doctor Strange where Wanda takes over another Wanda and goes on a rampage I think was worth everything. You
Yeah,
see
yeah.
zombie Doctor Strange, you see all the different versions of Doctor Strange, all the different versions of people. You see Bushy Brows get smashed by a statue. And for whatever reason, the statue that fell on her was Xena, the warrior princess.
Was it?
Yeah. I don't I forget where I read that from, but the director confirmed it. It's like, yeah, it was a little homage to her, and it was like, well, that's kind of weird. But I don't know if he was involved with the show or whatever.
Okay.
But
Or maybe it's an Easter egg saying that she'll be coming to the MCU, not Xena, but the actress, you know.
right, I mean, hey, look, I'm up for whoever as long as it's a good role and they don't kill them off in one movie like Christian Bale. Man,
Yeah.
what a waste. Gore,
Yeah.
Gore sucked. It's whatever.
People say he was good in the movie though.
He was in it for like 12 minutes.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Why now? But like I say, what's happening is a lot of these stars, man, they don't want to commit like that, man. So you kind of gotta, and that's why I say you may have to ditch these stars, these real big heads that you want to bring to the MCU. Either bring them in for small roles, but if they're going to be a major character, I mean, listen, this is the commitment. You want in or not? Okay, cool. We'll find somebody else.
Right. Or, I mean, just don't kill everybody, like
Or that. Yeah,
you can recast. Look, Marvel seems fine with recasting people. Like
yeah.
you don't have to kill off the kid. Like, look, he wasn't terrible in the movie. It was like, oh, that's it. I don't know. There was one scene that was real good when the three of them go to initially fight. Well, not initially, but they go to where Gore's at, and they fight him, and he captures them, and then he's talking to all three of them. That was a good scene. I think he did great there. But there
Yeah.
wasn't enough of that. It was more of I got a big sword. I'm swinging around. We're gonna fight.
And I'm gonna go kidnap these kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna kidnap kids and try to seem creepy for no reason. And I'm doing this because I lost my daughter died. And it's like, well, I mean, okay, I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't. I just with an actor like Christian Bale who can act,
He's good.
it's like I don't know, just one movie. It just seems like it wasn't done. But then again, I don't like the director, so it's whatever. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, so the Echo Show, I don't know. Daredevil's supposed to be in it. Guardians Galaxy
Yeah.
3.
The Echo stuff, man. I'm just once again like who needs that? Do we need that? Or are we just
No,
saying,
unless
well,
they
we want to introduce a Native American character? Like, I don't know.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I mean I mean I don't know. With these shows, it just seems weird because at the first four shows, if I remember correctly, is based off of characters and stuff we already knew, and they're just expanding on it. And then, they did it with Hawkeye, but with the newer shows with like Miss Marvel and Moon Knight, it feels weird that this is our introduction to a character is an 8-episode TV show where the buildup is usually extremely slow. But that's just me. I don't know. I don't really know enough about some of these things that are coming out. So, like
Yeah, yeah.
Blade, I mean, I know of Blade, but I don't know what direction they're going to take.
That
Uh,
well, I'm interested in that one because which direction does it take?
right,
That's a you got another good actor, Mahershala Ali, uh, another really good actor that can really carry a heavy load. How do you? How does the storytelling? Uh, do you wimp out and we're gonna do a vampire story with no blood? What are we doing here, right? Like,
right,
what do we? That's the thing about Blade that I'm scared of.
right. Yeah. I hope they don't Disneyfy it
Yeah, he
completely.
bit him. See, well, where's the blood? Well,
Oh, he's sucking out plasma, so you don't see
yeah.
it. It's like, oh, okay. Or, oh no, he doesn't suck blood. He drains their life force energy, so you don't see it. It's like, oh,
Oh, God damn it! Don't.
one of those. Look, as
He's
long as they
actually
don't.
one of those. He's actually one of those Alex Jones psychic vampires. It's different.
Oh, look, as long as they don't give him a black Wesker afro, I think it'll be all right.
Man, that black Wesker Afro, brother, I cannot get that thing out of my head.
That thing is
Jesus.
fantastic. And the only reason it's not a bigger thing is because not a lot of people watch that show.
Yeah, if dude, I mean, and look, that guy's he's black. He had to see that Afro and go, hey man, not this one. Come on, like just it can't be this one.
Look, I told you, man, that's the last scene they filmed because he's like, look, they're like, look, you already did all the other stuff. This is the last thing we need. And he's like, oh, y'all gotta be kidding me. He's like, look, if you don't have this, everything else would have been a waste. And he's like, all right, put the thing on and
Put it on, trust me.
put it on.
Dude, you look fantastic. Like he looks like a fucking fool. What are you talking about?
He's like, let me see in the mirror. Like, no, you look good. Just
Yeah,
trust
you
us.
just go out there. Just go out there. You look fine.
That thing is terrible. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, go look up Black Wesker Afro on Google or whatever. And that, oh man, I don't know. That dude look
uh,
like he is incapable of growing hair on his head. So when you
yeah,
put on a black afro, it just
dude, you
doesn't
put
look right.
like it. The man should make it lopsided too. Like the whole shit is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's yeah, and then it is crazy because he tries to play that version of Wesker is the serious Wesker. And it's like you can't be serious with that thing on your head.
You
It
can't be
might
serious. Like, hey, you're not a supervillain with that thing on your head, bro. Come on.
when he's dodging left to right, I think it's even moving. It might be shifting a little bit. I don't know what
Yeah,
kind of glue they use.
yeah.
It was yeah, I wouldn't recommend bringing that back for season 2, which it looks like
Bro,
there's going to be, but
bro, that shit was tough.
yeah, that
That
thing
was tough, bro.
it was hilarious. In the worst way.
When you said
Um,
when you say real Wesker had an afro, I had to go find it. And boy, oh boy, that was
well, we all know what normal Wesker looked like. He had a nice full head of hair, blonde
he
hair,
did.
slicked back, and all that. So, I mean, look, at least it wasn't blonde hair, I guess. At least they're like, you know what? Well,
Man, they gave that man a lopsided Lamont afro with a receding hairline. It was awful. It was really bad.
yeah, they like Lamont. Yeah, it was
Like, was that a white person that was like, trust me, just go out there. It looks great. Just do it.
I
That
guarantee
looks,
whoever told him was not black, and he's like, "Come on, brother, let's just get this done." He's like, "Look, man, don't call me brother when you hand me this fake afro. I don't."
and the crazy part is that guy can act, so I don't know what the hell that was about. Like that guy's not a clown show. Like as a personality, as a
Right?
like you know,
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they were like, "Oh, don't worry, your acting will transcend this afro." So
Man,
Don't worry about it. And they
and
got him all hyped up, and he was like, you know what? Yeah, I can beat
I
this
can do
afro. Yeah,
it. He said, "I can beat this afro.
I can
Trust me,
beat this
I
afro.
can."
It's like that was. He's like, oh, that was the fine print on the contract. I figured it was the normal stuff. They're like, no, if you see here, it's you. You have to put this on.
Oh,
So
Jesus
yeah.
Christ!
But listen, I'm not gonna lie. If season 2 I get more Afro Rusker, I'd be okay with it. I wouldn't be that upset. Um, but yeah, Resident Evil is a crap show, movie wise. So just finishing up this phase 5 and part of phase 6. It ends with Agatha show, Daredevil, and Captain America. Before that's like 2024 stuff, right? Past that, it's um what's the show? Event 2 Avengers movies and some more untitled stuff like Fantastic
Yeah,
Four and other things like that.
yeah.
But I don't I don't know how that Captain America one's gonna work out. That's 2 years down the road almost, and all the stuff in between it.
The
I don't
Captain
know.
America New World Order. So we're too far away to even speculate. So
Yeah,
I'm excited though for how that goes. And by the way, I'm really excited. I love the fact that I love it and I hate it that Chris Evans had to come out and go, "Hey man, that's Captain America. Leave me alone. All right.
right.
Hey, he's your guy. Back up. All right."
Yeah,
It's like, look, I'm a Georgia fan, so we got a quarterback by the name of Stetson Bennett, and he's like real divisive. Some people love him, some people hate him, and they don't want to accept him that he's a guy. It's like, hey man, Stetson's a quarterback. And it's like, you know what? That guy right there is Captain America. Learn to love it, okay?
right.
Learn to love
Yeah, like it's already a thing. Like I don't.
it. Yeah.
This isn't like Sonic where you can be mad online and get it to change. It's like it's already a thing. Like we seen him get called Captain America. So
Yeah. He's Captain America, guys. I'm
yeah,
sorry. I know some of you may have some trepidation about it, all right? But trust me, give the guy a chance, you'll love him.
right or not. You know what I mean? And look,
Or not.
he may
Yeah.
not do good.
Or not.
Because to be honest, it seems kind of small scale.
It does seem small scale with him. That's why I'm interested to see what New World Order seems like they may be preparing for something bigger, though, right? Like
right,
they're gonna actually let him be Captain America.
right,
Like they're gonna give him like the wheel. Like, all right, man, this is your thing. You know.
right. And like I said, I don't know how it's gonna go. I hope Bucky is involved. You know, either as an official sidekick or whatever. I don't know if the I forget his name, the U.S. agent, who if he'll show up. But actually, I think they're doing
U.S.
a
agent.
Thunderbolt.
Oh man, they are doing Thunderbolts, which
Yeah,
we all knew it was coming,
yeah,
but I just didn't think they'd name it Thunderbolts, but they did.
right. Um, and I'm pretty sure Thunderbolts is named after Thunderbolts Ross,
Yes.
which
So
the
now,
actual actor died, right?
well, that's what I was about to say. That guy's dead. So now, what are we doing?
Right. I don't know. Um,
Because he was supposed to be what, Red Hulk?
yeah, he's supposed to be Red Hulk, which I thought they were going towards because in the movies he was having surgeries and stuff. And I think Tony was it in Civil War. Tony was like, "Oh, how the surgery go and all that." Like he was sick or something type of deal. And I
Gotcha,
was like,
gotcha.
"Okay, that can easily turn into
That's how they'll do it. Yeah.
yeah." But look, I'm not trying to knock them or anything, but that can be an easy recast or I
Yes.
don't know who I don't know.
I like William Hurt, so
Right.
it's not
Yeah.
gonna be an easy recast for me personally, but yeah.
Yeah. So I say it'll be easy recast, but as I look back, the only recast, okay, so I'm still not used to Don Cheadle as War Machine. It just doesn't fit for
Dude,
me.
he's been in all of them except one. What do you think you're not used to it?
It don't feel right.
What the hell are you talking about?
Look, when Kevin Hart was like, "Damn, you're 56." When I saw him in Iron Man 2, I was like, "Damn, like this don't feel right. It looks like you're too old already to be whoever you're playing."
Well, that's why they had to give him those roadie legs, because he is too old.
Right. Like Terrence Howard is like, okay, he's a young colonel or whatever. It's like, oh, okay. But like Don Cheadle is like, he just always looked old to me. So it's like you should be at least a higher rank than what you are, at the very least, but you're not. So like I don't see 50-something-year-old jumping out of an Iron Man suit punching people. And it was just it never sat right with me. So,
my man Brody, you're 60, and then they got him banging that young white girl. Like, hey, come on, what are you doing?
What are you talking about?
For her. She had like what they alluded to him and Captain Marvel being a thing. And it's like I don't believe. What movie was that? The last the thing. Damn.
What, Endgame?
Endgame, yeah.
His legs don't work. What are you talking about? The bottom part don't work.
You're ableist, all right? So what do you say? He doesn't deserve love? Why are you doing that? Wow.
And first of all, she's not young. She's probably the oldest one there besides Thor.
His legs don't work. Hey, you know what the hell I'm saying, all right?
Listen.
Man just totally kneecapped, for lack of a better term.
Listen, I'm sure out of all the Avengers that are left, besides Thor, the only one that could provide certain things for someone as strong as Captain Marvel would be a machine. So I guess that would work out that way.
It can't be Rhodey, though. It can't be Rhodey.
Who else? Captain America's not going to do it. Thor's not going to do it. Tony Stark is married with Pepper.
So we're looking for a significant other for Captain Marvel. That's what we're doing to exercise. Let me see. Do they have to be in the Avengers?
Actually, Hulk might be the perfect candidate.
Yeah, because she's like nuclearly. She's like gamma ray powered. So if he
look, I'm sure she could handle whatever the Hulk is.
Whatever the hell he has going on. Yeah, I'm sure she could handle it. That's why Hulk and Nat never made sense. It's like, hey, how y'all doing that? Hey, come on.
Yeah, so Banner's like, look, I'm a monster. But in his head, he's like, are you kidding me? You think you can't have kids now? My goodness. Hey, look,
that's going to be straight out of the episode of The Fucking Boys. You hear me? All right?
Right. Like, come on. Of course it's not going to work. What I want to do? No. Like, what? Like,
I blew her up. What the hell?
It's like, yeah. And oh man, and that brings on She-Hulk. Which look,
I took your advice and I went and watched the new She-Hulk trailer, and you're right. It grew on me. I like that view. I like that interpretation. I did. It grew on me.
Yeah, and I don't know if I don't know if this is what they do. They release a teaser and then they go off public reaction. Then they're like, all right, we need to explain the story a little bit better, type of thing. And I really like the story. It really opens it up on Earth. Excuse me, that hey, superpowered beings and whatever is a thing, and they deserve rights too, which was a huge thing in the Netflix shows.
Yeah,
a huge thing. With Daredevil and Jessica Jones and everyone else involved, it's like, no, we need someone to represent.
We need legal protection.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. I like that they brought back. I never learned his name, but they brought him back for as Abomination.
I never. You're talking about the guy. I always call him the guy from the.
Lie to me.
Lie to me. Okay, yep, that's a better one.
Was a great.
It's not a better one. The one I'm about to name, the movie, is a better one. the fucking movie. They always wore the black suits and they robbed the bank.
Black suits and robbed the bank.
The mid-90s movie, him and Steve Buscemi and the boys.
The Italian Job?
No, no.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I cannot believe that this movie slipped my fucking mind. But anyway, I'll find it. And but I know him from that movie. And I
Tim
always
Roth.
liked him because he's such a good character actor, along with Steve Buscemi, of course. Why hasn't Steve Buscemi been in the MCU? Has he been in an MCU movie yet?
I don't think he has. Oh, you talking about Reservoir Dogs?
Reservoir Dogs. There we go.
Oh,
there we
yeah.
go.
Oh man, I'm embarrassed that
Yeah, me too. I'm embarrassed. I couldn't remember it.
Listen, I would love a Quentin
Reservoir
Tarantino
Dogs.
movie.
Reservoir Dogs has one of the one scenes in every movie that I never watch because it's too much. When they fucking cut that cop's ear off, yeah, I can't never watch that scene. And for some reason, that silly music in the background makes it fucking more scary. All right, it makes it more intense.
I mean, have you seen his other movies?
Stuck in the middle. Oh yeah, I'm a big fan. Yeah,
I mean, Samuel L. Jackson gets shot in the dick in Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Gee, all the movies are great. Listen, yes, they say the N-word a lot, but
yeah, that's my one. Quentin, you don't have to say it every time. You ain't gotta put it in every movie. I don't know what you're trying to prove, but Quentin, please.
Listen, I hear more of it in rap music though. I mean, look, Nas had an album called
Hey man, look, that's true, but that don't hold no water with me. All right. Hey, listen, I know people say ER versus A is two different. It's not. It's the same word. Hey, it's different. All right.
It is not to me.
Hey, I hear you. I know where you're coming from on that one. But listen, when you putting that ER on that thing, it's like, hey man, are you going home and are you practicing this shit in the mirror or what are we doing? Like, what are we exercising here?
I think at some point he was like, man, I don't know about saying this. And then Samuel L. Jackson's like, yeah, man, go ahead and say it. I'll give you the okay. And then he just went crazy after that.
Yeah, he's fucking went nuts. All right, listen.
Yeah, and it's like, oh man.
I'm 35 years old. I don't say as much as I used to. And when I do say it now, it's for the funnies. Hey, that motherfucker said it enough now. All right. Is it out of your system, Quentin? Because you should relax. All right.
So I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so I don't know if they say it in that movie. But the movie
I don't think he does.
The movie before that was a slavery movie. Or was it The Hateful Eight? Either way, The Hateful Eight was right after the Civil War, so it's gonna be said a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Django Unchained was, a slavery movie. Inglourious Basterds, hey, Germans didn't like anyone that weren't German, so it was slipped in there a couple times. Pulp Fiction, I don't know why he said it in that so much.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like some of them, sometimes I think my boy said it best when they came to he said, hey, bro, some of that shit's out of context. It's like, hey, when it's in the flow of just like dialogue and settings and story, okay, fine. Then you come along with Pulp Fiction. It's like, hey, why are you saying that so much?
Yeah, Pulp Fiction, that one, I was like, okay, Quentin, what are you doing? Like, he could just be a guy who got his head blown off. It doesn't have to be that kind. Like, what's going on there? But I'm telling you, man, Samuel L. Jackson was like, nah, man, it's cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was Samuel L. Jackson pushing him in the back. Yeah.
Because he made a thing about Leonardo DiCaprio saying it during
dude.
Django
they said Leo DiCaprio had such a hard time saying some of them lines, bro.
Yeah.
They say he had the hardest fucking dude. Here's what you should Google. There's a comedy clip about Django and fucking Leo DiCaprio. What's that guy? He writes for the fucking not Today Show. He writes for the Daily Show. Black
Trevor
comedian.
Noah?
No, the one of the correspondents. Black guy. He writes for the show.
Trevor Noah.
Not Trevor Noah. Hold on.
There's another black guy on there.
Yeah. He's one of one of the correspondents. Yeah.
That's a what?
I'm gonna find him, bro. I'm gonna find him.
On the Daily Show?
Yeah, on the Daily Show.
I got the loudest keyboard.
I gotta find this guy. It's you gotta watch his bit.
Oh, Roy Wood Jr.
Roy Wood Jr. Hey, bro. It's called Leo DiCaprio is an underrated white ally. And it's Roy Wood talking about Leo DiCaprio and Django. Hey, dog. Hey,
I think I've seen
funniest. It's one of the funniest 4 minutes you've ever heard. He's so right.
Yeah. You know, I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
He's so right. He said it so much he wouldn't work with black actors. He wouldn't work with black actors for 10 years after the fact. All right, fuck, give me a break.
He said, "Look, man, do it. I'd rather work with a bear at this point. I can't. I can't look them in the eye anymore." Listen, he died in the end, so you know the character died in it. Listen, that was a great performance by Leo, for the longest I didn't like Leo as an actor.
What? Wait a minute. Excuse me.
Listen, just like
Leo DiCaprio and Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, those are my guys. All right, I got a Mount Rushmore. It's Leo, it's Denzel, it's Tom, it's Brad Pitt. All right, that's my Mount Rushmore. And you know, I feel bad because I left Tom Hanks off. But you know, Tom Cruise took his spot because Tom Cruise is what a movie star means. Like Tom Cruise personifies movie stardom.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and Tom Hanks a much better actor. I'll never argue that. But Tom Cruise is a fucking movie star. Listen, like that's what a movie star is.
Listen, I won't watch any Tom Cruise movie, but I can admit that he's a great actor. Listen, if a person can act in a movie and I don't realize it's them acting, that's great. I keep bringing it back to Tropic Thunder. I had no idea that was Tom Cruise until I saw the credits.
I have no idea how you did not see that was Tom Cruise, though.
Who is this guy?
Tom Cruise.
It only looked like Tom Cruise after I saw his name. Kind of like when you.
But the knock on Tom Cruise is he's the same guy in every movie, and what I say is that's because he knows what we like. If you're a Tom Cruise fan, he knows you like that shit, and he's right. Tom Cruise can absolutely act, all right? I saw a fucking Interview with the Vampire. The dude can act. It's just somewhere along the line, you realize being a movie star means doing things that people love to see and will pay a lot of money to go see. And he's 1,000% correct. Some of you fucking actors get all weird in your head about fucking, you know, I want to be a fucking character actor or I want to fucking be a small budget movie fucking, you know, wizard. Like, hey, man, just go make shit that people like.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm just not one of those people. I'm good. I've seen a few Tom Cruise movies, and one of them was by mistake. You know, you know, and look, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. But going back to Leo, look, just like how I don't like Kobe and the Lakers, is because my brother put that in my face my entire life. My sister put Leo DiCaprio in my face, especially with Titanic. I'm like, I'm never gonna look. I still haven't seen Titanic, and I probably never will. And I'm like, I'm not gonna watch anything with this guy in it. You know how many times I've seen What's Eating Gilbert Grapes? I don't care about.
I've never seen that one.
Gigantic mother, and how he, what they say in Tropic Thunder? You never go full retard. Like,
yes.
Look, he did, and you know he didn't walk away with the Oscar. You know that was the whole joke, and it was awkward watching that movie. And my sister loved all Leonardo DiCaprio, so I was like, I don't like this guy.
But I love Leo DiCaprio. DiCaprio in The Departed was so great.
You know what? I didn't think The Departed was that great. I thought it was unnecessarily loud. I'm like, God dang, y'all.
It was Boston. It was Boston, the most Boston movie ever, and I loved it.
Right. I'm like, okay.
And they said, they said the N-word in that one too. And I was like, hey man, cool it with that shit. Then I was like, okay, it's Boston.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's Boston.
You dealing with Boston gangsters, so I guess y'all say that shit a lot.
Right.
Fucking, you know.
Right. But look,
yeah,
it's only gonna take one movie for me to be like, okay, I watched Tom Cruise movie, because I saw Shutter Island when I was heading back to the States from Iraq.
Wait,
and I was in Kuwait.
That's the one that brought you to Leo?
Yeah. Shutter Island is fantastic. Especially the twist at the end. He
Dude,
was
you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street?
no, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, Jesus Christ, brother! Whoa, wait a minute, dude. Go watch
What?
Wolf of Wall Street. One of the most enjoyable 3-hour movies you'd ever fucking watch.
See now 3 hours. That's a lot.
It's 3 hours, dude. But I promise you, it's super fucking enjoyable. Like it's enjoyable. Like, oh my god, such a fun movie.
I mean, I guess. I mean, look, I watch. Look, I also haven't seen Inception. Take it easy.
You haven't seen that either, huh?
No.
God damn.
Listen, look, if it's not easily accessible for me, I'm not going to go out my way.
That one was really good, but that one was also a little bit. Inception is good, but it wasn't one of his better performances. I don't think.
I thought Shutter Island was great.
Shutter Island was pretty good. Yeah, Shutter Island was pretty good. Just because at the end it's like, oh, he's a crazy person. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like man, what his wife drowned his kids.
Yeah,
so he killed his wife and burned the house down or something like that. And it's one of those movies like Sixth Sense to me. It's like, oh, that's a crazy twist, and then you go back and watch it, and you see little things that's like, oh,
yeah, it's like, oh,
something's off.
Like I should have picked up on it. Yeah, I should have picked up on
it. Like one of the things was Mark Ruffalo's character. It was clear that he wasn't an actual cop because when he interacted with an actual cop, he's fumbling with his badge, he's fumbling with his gun. You don't notice that just watching the movie, but you go back and you see little things like that. It's like, oh, it was an act this whole time, and that kind of stuff I love. And I watched it and I'm like, okay, Leonardo DiCaprio, I'll check out his stuff. I don't really know if I watch anything of his afterwards, but I appreciated him more. And I'm sure that's all it'll take with Tom Cruise. It just won't be a Mission Impossible movie. Because like you at this age, you still can't be the best. Like, come on, man. It's gotta be someone else.
For me personally, Mission Impossible, the Mission Impossible movies are so enjoyable because it's so formulaic, but it doesn't matter because it's just so entertaining. Like it's fun. It's fun. Like I like to have a fun time when I watch movies. I watch some people like. Did you see the newest thing on the internet now? Everybody's giving that fucking Logan Paul kid a hard time because he said fucking Nope was one of the worst movies he's seen. And I've never seen Nope. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? But there is a thing that the internet has started to breed, and it's that person who refuses to like stuff because other people did. And I always find that personality really fucking weird. Right. Like everybody else likes it, so that means I fucking gotta hate it. Like, no, you don't have to hate it. You can like it too. It don't make you a drone. It just means it's fucking really enjoyable.
Right. Logan Paul, that's the boxer.
Yeah, well, man, you call him that, but you know what? Maybe you're right.
Listen, I don't know enough about I got a YouTube channel and stuff like that, but I don't know enough about the people that's out there.
Yeah, you're not in the YouTube versus like that.
He pops up on ESPN. I guess he was a YouTuber at some point, but he's making a lot of money boxing now, and he can offer UFC fighters more money than the UFC can to box. That's really all I know. Was he the one who knocked out Nate Robinson?
Or who he knocked out? Jake. I think that was Jake.
Yeah.
No, I think that was Logan. I think that was Logan. Yeah, I think that was Logan. Yours twin. They're twins. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it's like, come on now. Look, I get it, but look, boxing hasn't been entertaining for me in like decades. Like,
I've never been into boxing like that. It took a while for me to like get people would talk about Floyd Mayweather all the time, and I was just like, I don't see it. He's always dodging punches. And then I realized what a mastery that is, and I can't appreciate it. It took a while though. I didn't always. Yeah, the Floyd Mayweather stuff I watch now because I'm like, damn, that's a wizard. What the hell?
Yeah, he is. He listen. Yeah, he is a master at boxing. It's boring to watch for me, but because I watched him fight Mosley, when I was downrange, they had to fight. And Mosley had him like the first couple rounds.
Yeah, and I remember Mosley landed that shot on him and binked him.
And then Floyd was like, "Okay, I'm done playing around."
He recovered from that shot and outboxed him the rest of the way.
Yeah, he was like, all right, cause Floyd is a showman, and when he fought with McGregor, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make it last a few rounds, and I'm gonna do this and that. He told everybody what he was gonna do before the fight. Then he did it, and then people were like, oh man, McGregor had a shot. And like, no, no, no,
No, he didn't. He
y'all
never
paying
had
a
a
lot of
chance.
money, so I'm gonna make it the money's worth. But no, I
Yeah,
get it. Yeah,
I'll give you a little exhibition here. All right, you guys paid, so
yeah.
yeah.
And what he did to Mosley after that, I was like, oh my goodness, this
Hey,
dude.
yeah, he took my part. I was
Yeah,
like, oh, okay, he's serious. Okay, I've been disrespectful the whole time. My
yeah.
bad.
I still don't think he's the greatest or anything like that or the best ever. I don't. I think that 50-0 record is. I. So this is one I don't understand. I don't understand. So there's people that has gone like 200-0 before they took their first loss or something like that. And I don't understand why people just suddenly disregard those 200 or whatever straight fights of being undefeated and a loss, and then now they're saying like, oh, 50-0 is the best thing because Rocky, was it
Rocky Marciano.
went 49-0.
Yeah,
So since he went 50-0, he's the best or whatever. I don't get that because that just means he stopped fighting. Like, and like the people he fought, a lot of them, especially Pacquiao, was like way late. And listen,
yeah,
as a
yeah.
businessman, he's a genius. He's getting paid 3 figures to fight matches that he knows he's going to win. People past
He's
their
gonna
prime
win.
and all that. And
Yeah,
look, dude's extremely smart. It's not cool that he beat his wife in front of his son, but it's whatever.
he's the smartest dumbass that can't read I ever seen in my life. Yeah, yeah.
Listen. If I could be literate and cash a
Hey,
check
yo,
for
hey,
100,
listen. 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 1,000%.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll yeah. If I got a monkey's paw,
They always say some bitch can't read, they can show count. And he damn
right,
sure can.
and it's like, listen, you can have any wish you want, but you're gonna read at a second grade level. I'm like, all right, cool. I got a list for you.
Give me a $500 million. I don't know.
Right, like I'll pay someone to read for me, even if
Read
they
this.
read incorrectly. I don't care. Like, come on now. Yeah, I don't know how we got so off topic,
Oh yeah,
but
you fucking got it
oh
in.
man,
You're really
just
good
a
at
bit,
doing that.
just a bit there. But I don't. We were talking about Tim Roth, and then we got to Jake Paul and boxing and
then we got the Leo DiCaprio. Yeah.
Shutter Island. And look, I don't know who's on my Mount Rushmore. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I can, if I've seen enough movies to like. I don't know. You said yours was what? Denzel, Leo, Brad Pitt, and Tom.
Yeah, that's the four, man. That's the four. And that's all different qualities. They all represent something different. They all bring something like to me, Brad Pitt is the most weirdest superstar ever because he clearly could have made any movie he ever really wanted to, but he didn't. He's such a good actor that he would do weird shit just because he could. And he could
Right.
pull it off every fucking time. That dude is so good as an actor. Like Brad Pitt is such a good fucking actor. Like it's unbelievable when you see some of the roles and some of the things he's done throughout his career. And
Right.
it's no need for him to be that good. It's like, man, you're a good looking guy. You're the king of Hollywood. You can do what Tom Cruise did and just fucking do movies that people gonna pay a lot of money to. He's like, I'm bored. You know what? I'm gonna go and fucking play I'm gonna go and play some fucking weird heroin addict that, she's the love interest of somebody and I'm homeless. Yeah, I think I'll do that and I'll play it well and you'll love it. And,
Right.
man, he's a good actor, man. He's a really good actor.
I only seen a few of his movies, so all right. So I never seen Fight Club, but I've
Boy,
seen
that's one of those roles. That's one of those roles, man, where he's so weird. He's so good.
right. But what's the movie with the box? Was it Seven?
Seven. You never seen Seven?
I've seen Seven.
Okay.
Man,
Have you ever
that's a good
seen
movie.
Snatch?
I seen Snatch. Yeah,
That's
Wait,
it.
he was
That's
the
another
boxer in
one
that
where,
one.
yeah, he's a boxer. He's a pikey.
Yeah,
There's no reason for him to be that good as a pikey. He could have
right,
mailed that shit in, but he didn't.
right. Like, oh, okay, so only two I can name for sure would be Leo is in my up there for me, and Daniel Day-Lewis is up there for me.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but I'd
yeah.
have to think about the other two.
Bastard in a basket.
Yeah,
Bastard in a basket.
man. Oh man.
My wife loves The Crucible, and like one of the scenes in that fucking movie that I can never get out of my head is when they made his character. I think he had like dishonor his name or something like that, and he had like an emotional breakdown in the court because he couldn't use his family name anymore. And
Right.
the scene was so affecting, bro. Like the fucking guy cried. I almost cried. I said, man, that dude really loves his last name.
Right. I mean, hey, Damian Thompson gave an entire speech about his last name when he got
Yeah,
in the Hall of
yeah.
Fame.
Daniel Day-Lewis is another one that's no reason to be that good, and he is.
Right. I mean, I've heard, some unpleasant things about how he acts,
Oh,
like,
wow.
method acting and all that, which seems to be under fire lately. From other actors and actresses, like, yeah, you shouldn't have to go that far deep to act in a role.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to. Like the newest thing now, whenever you play a Batman villain, you have to like be insane. It's like I don't think you got to be insane.
Right. Joaquin Phoenix is a good one. I don't think he'd be in my top 4, but everything I've seen him in, he's been good. Whether it's Gladiator or what's that crappy movie by The Village?
Village,
Joker.
yeah, Joaquin, really good. Yep.
But I don't know. I need to watch more movies apparently.
Hey, you should, man. Hey,
I skipped the whole
just pick an actor and just start watching like random spins from the guy. Like just Tom Cruise. Listen, him and that fucking volleyball and when he was lost, like
you mean
that
Tom
was
Hanks?
effective. Yeah, my bad. Tom Hanks. Yeah, that was really effective.
You said Tom Cruise volleyball, like what?
Yeah,
Top
I said
Gun?
Tom Cruise. I meant Tom Hanks. Yeah,
Right.
Tom Hanks, another guy, like really, really talented. Like man.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've seen a lot of his stuff. I don't know.
I'll tell you who's underrated in this whole conversation.
Who's that?
And look, and I'll be frank about it in the front end. We haven't mentioned enough black actors. Listen, Jamie Foxx, fucking talented dude.
Yeah,
listen,
he's talented. Yeah,
he mailed that shit in as Electro because I'm pretty sure he just told him, "Hey, just come be Jamie Foxx."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like when they were filming Django Unchained, Quentin Tarantino was like, "Look, man, you're being Jamie Foxx. I don't need you to be." Listen. Look, as I talk about him more, some things are coming out in my mind that
a lot of people get caught in that. Like
Quentin was like, listen, you're not Jamie Foxx anymore. You're a slave. Be a slave.
Yeah. And Jamie's like, listen, I'm too cool to be a slave, baby. I'm Jamie Foxx. What are you talking about?
And Quentin was like, yeah, I figured this was how it's going to be. You came in with your Louis Vuitton bag and all this and that. Like, no. You're a slave now. To Jamie's credit, he's like, oh yeah, you know what? I came in with the wrong attitude and it ended up working out. But I don't know. Watching Django Unchained, some scenes, yeah, it was like, okay, he's into it. But other scenes, I'm like, oh, this is Jamie Foxx. When I watch a movie and I'm like, oh, it's so-and-so playing himself, like Ryan Reynolds just played Ryan Reynolds in all his movies.
Yes, that's
great to me.
That is the perfect name to drop there. Ryan Reynolds plays Ryan Reynolds in all his movies. Yes.
And the only movies of his that I like was Deadpool. And I watched one of the Van Wilders. And
I like that one he had with what's his name? Not Jamie Foxx. The one he had with Samuel L. Jackson and not Catherine Zeta-Jones, the other really fine.
A Hitman's
Yeah, I like.
wife
Yeah,
or
yep,
something. I still
yep.
need to watch
I like
that.
those.
I gotta find a way to stream that because
Yeah,
that's actually something I want to watch. It's just I'm not gonna pay money for it.
you're not gonna pay. We know.
Yeah.
We know.
But yeah. Listen, I forget which Van Wilder movie it was, but it might have been the nastiest scene I've ever seen in a movie that wasn't supposed to be nasty. Have you watched any of those movies?
No, I'm not into those. I'm not in that genre.
Right. Yeah. I don't listen. I watched what we had available, and that was something available. And I'm like, man, this is gross, but it's either this or another low budget black movie. And I was like, I just go back and forth.
Hey, listen, let me tell you what. Hey,
you ever seen Three Strikes?
Black people are the king of the low budget black movies, right? I knew a guy in Iraq.
Oh boy.
That would binge not B level black movies, D level black movies. All right.
Right.
I'm sure one time I watched a movie. Sorry, I'm running my faucet. One time he watched a movie. It was so low budget. I'm pretty sure they filmed that damn thing on like a what's that damn slide program from fucking Microsoft?
PowerPoint?
Dude, it was a PowerPoint. Yeah.
Oh, geez. It might have been. Hey, man, you got to start somewhere.
The scenes did not phase in; they slid in. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm not gonna watch this with you. This is terrible."
Hey, that's how them old Star Wars movies used to transition. Them weird cuts and slides and zoom ins.
Well, I mean, look, it was 1978. I'm gonna give them a little bit of a pass, especially considering how good the other stuff looks.
Right. Right. Well, but I'm just saying, like, yeah.
My boy talks about how bad the Star Wars movies look all the time, like it was 78. By 1978 standards, that shit's a miracle what he put on screen.
Yeah. Listen. All right. You ever watch 2001: Space Odyssey?
No, I have not.
Terrible movie. My goodness. I understand it came out what, like the 60s or 70s?
Terrible.
That movie is stupid. There's maybe came out in 1968. Look, visually, when it came out, I'm sure that.
Oh, so you're not even talking about the remake. You're talking about the original.
I was not aware there was a remake.
There's a remake, if I'm not mistaken.
Listen, okay, I won't say the movie's stupid. The movie, there is a plot that gets forgotten very quickly. Well, not really. So there's a plot in that movie, which is a great plot. But then Stanley Kubrick was like, oh man, look at all these special effects I could just put in there for no reason. And I don't know, let's say the movie is 2.5 hours long. 2 hours of that movie is what would become like Windows 98 screensaver stuff. It's just random lights and random music just going on. And it makes no sense. And then at the end of the movie, it's just weird, man. And I thought I tried to watch the movie before, and I would fall asleep. I'm like, okay, I'm watching it too late. I'm too tired to watch this movie. But no, I watched it during the day, and I'm like, what the hell am I watching? I'm like, okay, there's apes throwing a bone, and then there's this thing, and now they're in space, and then the AI's taking over. But in between all that good stuff, it's nonsense, and I don't get it.
It's bukkake.
Whoa, you know what that is?
I do know what it is, and the word itself is a perfect example of a word that
it's a mess.
You'll say it, and then you'll find out what it is, and you'll go, oh, because I used to use that word a long time ago without ever knowing what it meant.
Same here. Listen, I used to say that growing up. I don't know.
That's bukkake. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. and then look. And then, internet got better. And I'm
the internet came of age, and it was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, that's pronounced that way? It's like, oh my. Like, what came first? Like, and yeah. But yeah, I used to, yeah. It must have been from a show or something we watched, and it was like, oh, that's Bukkake. And then it just so happened that it was already a thing in a certain country where,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I'm like, I can't say this anymore because I might get an HR complaint. But yeah, Space Odyssey is it's a large mess. Pointed in one main area. So yes, I guess that's appropriate for it. Didn't know there was a remake, but I
Yeah,
don't know
that was a remake.
if you ever watch it. I would love to hear your opinion on it, but it just seems like nonsense to me. There's a good plot, but man,